Restoring hope and promise. A day for the building of your walls. In that day, the boundary shall be far extended. In that day, they will come to you from Assyria, and the cities of Egypt, and from Egypt to the river, from sea to sea, and from mountain to mountain. But the earth will be desolate because of its inhabitants, for the fruit of their deeds. Micah chapter 7, verses 11 through to 13, the English Standard Version. Dearest ardent listeners, today we explore a message of hope, restoration, and divine promise. In a world often filled with uncertainty and despair, it becomes essential to find anchors that remind us of God's unwavering love and faithfulness. Let us turn our hearts to the words of Micah chapter 7, verses 11 through to 13, a passage that speaks to the rebuilding of walls and the gathering of scattered people. This text, though ancient, resonates with the challenges and aspirations of our times. The book of Micah is set against the backdrop of a tumultuous period in Israel's history. The northern kingdom had fallen, and the southern kingdom faced threats from powerful empires. Micah, a prophet from the countryside, brings a message of both judgment and hope. His words in chapter 7 come after lamenting the corruption and moral decay of the society. Yet, in the midst of this, he delivers a vision of renewal and restoration, a promise that God's people will once again be gathered and strengthened. Micah chapter 7, verses 11 through to 13 speaks directly to the hope of rebuilding. The day for building your walls will come, the day for extending your boundaries. Here, the imagery of construction signifies not only physical restoration, but also spiritual and communal healing. The prophet envisions a time when the scattered will return and the land will be fruitful once more. The subsequent verses forecast a gathering of nations, a recognition of God's people as they return from exile. Yet, Micah also warns of desolation for those who remain in rebellion. This duality, hope for the faithful and warning for the unrepentant, reflects God's justice and mercy. As we stand in front of this text today, it challenges us to consider our personal and communal walls that need rebuilding. In a world fractured by division and despair, how do we become agents of God restoration? Micah's prophecy is not just about physical structures, but about renewing hearts and communities. It invites us to participate in God's work of gathering the lost and extending the boundaries of love and grace. This passage calls us to reflect on the global church. How do we respond to the scattering of people due to war, persecution, or poverty? How do we extend our boundaries to welcome the stranger and care for those in need? Micah's vision is as relevant today as it was in ancient times, urging us to be part of a hopeful future. As we meditate on these words from Micah, let us commit to being builders of hope in our families, churches, and communities. Let us trust in God's promises and work diligently to extend boundaries of compassion and justice. Lord, thank you for the timeless message of hope and restoration found in your word. Empower us to be builders of peace and agents of your love. Help us to extend our hearts and hands to those in need, reflecting your grace and mercy. Amen. You have been listening to Morning Manna, with Reverend Bonnie EBW Smith. Have a marvelous Monday. God bless you.